and welcome to another video. I am an IFBB Bikini Pro. Yep, let that sink in. I am an IFBB Pro. I can't friggin' believe it. In this video today, I will do a huge recap on everything that went down because it just so happens to be the only show I did not film for you guys. But today's video will be a story time and I'll tell you all about it. So since my last video, I did 2 national shows. They were back to back, and the reason that I did not film them for YouTube was I was just 110% focused. But these 2 shows were just insane. I've learned so much this season, and what an amazing way to end it with me achieving my #1 goal. So it all started at Junior Nationals, which is the show that I did before the one that I just won my pro card, MPC Universe. So I did MPC Junior Nationals, and that show was stacked. It was an amazing show, probably one of my favorite ones I've done, just because it was so organized and just a great show, a great venue. We had a lot of fun. Team Pro Physique was there. It was just a lot of fun. The competitors brought it. I ended up placing 4th at that show. I want this beauty. I'm kind of obsessed with this one. This is my favorite trophy of the year, believe it or not, because, yep, you guessed it, it's a mermaid, and I am kind of obsessed with anything ocean, mermaids, things like that. So I ended up placing 4th, and it was definitely well deserved. All the girls, like, absolutely brought it. And at that point, when everybody looks so freaking amazing, they tend to pick you apart with like tanning or your hair or your makeup, so little things like that. And my tanning was, yeah, I did not take care of my tanning. I was actually the lightest girl on stage, and I'm Puerto Rican, so I took a little bit offense to that. I should not have been the lightest girl on stage. But other than that, everything just went smoothly. I wasn't upset. I mean, I obviously was upset that I didn't, you know, get my pro card, but I was just so happy because the quality of competitors was like so high, and I thrive on competition. That's what I like. I love competing and I love the competition. I just had a lot of fun. So the plan was, going into my next show, I just wanted to keep improving. My judges' feedback was pretty consistent throughout the whole season. They never told me once I needed to grow, which is a good sign, because when they tell you have to grow, you need to get on, you know, and do it on improvement season, because there's no way you can grow while you're in a caloric deficit in contest prep. There's no growing. That was the feedback, so thank God they never said you have to grow. They said everything was perfect, the suit was perfect, hair and makeup were perfect. They always would like kind of pick apart my tan. They would always say like, oh, your tan could have been a little bit better, or come in just a little bit leaner and tighter, because they wanted that peak to show and my glute and hamstring tie-in. But other than that, my feedback was, keep bringing the same package, you're nailing it. So it's kind of bittersweet when a judge tells you that, because you're like, so what am I doing wrong? You know, I'm just so grateful to have placed at every single national show I have done. Even last year at the Amateur Olympia, which was an international show, I placed top 3. I have always gotten top call-ups. I knew I had what it takes to be an IFBB Pro. I just needed to polish the look. I needed to bring my 110% on stage. Honestly, at Junior Nationals, yes, I was focused, and yes, I was like confident in myself, and I had a blast and all that, but I feel like I was kind of going through the motions, and I kind of lost that fire in me. And getting that 4th place really sparked the fire back in me, really like helped me get in the zone. And I was like, okay, I am not doing another prep to like place 4th or 3rd again. I am doing this prep and I am going to win. You know, we all have bad days and we all get not motivated in certain points, and it's okay because we're all human. So going from Junior Nationals to MPC Universe, my mind switched, and I finally was not just saying out loud, I will be the next IFBB Pro. I was actually believing in myself. I went on Instagram and I held myself accountable with you guys. And if you're not following me there, make sure to do so, because Instagram followers know everything before anybody because that's how I am. I just love my Instagram. And then I just started to write everywhere and say it out loud. I will be the next IFBB Pro. You know, sometimes you have to like fall to like really appreciate the things that you don't have. And me getting that 4th place was exactly what I needed to win this show. So it wasn't my time the first, the second, and the 3rd time. NBC Universe was my time. So at NBC Universe, everything you can imagine that could go wrong went wrong for me. I won't go into detail on it, but yeah, my tan wasn't right the first 2 times and I was just late to a bunch of things. I needed my meals to be on time and certain things just didn't go according to plan. But I was so sure that this was my show. Every time something went wrong, I kept saying to myself, there's nothing that's getting in between me and my pro card. I stayed positive. I would just laugh it off. Like if something wasn't right or going my way or the way that I planned, I was just laughing it off. Because when you're so low body fat, you know, when you're ready to get on stage and you're that low body fat, any type of stress will show, guys. Like when I'm saying anything will show, your body will just soak up water and it'll just retain it. It will just show. So you don't want to be stressed. So I was just very secure in myself and I was like, I am going to make this happen. I don't want to continue doing this long prep. I mean, I've been dieting since January. I knew I just didn't want to continue on because my body was literally just asking me for a break. It's been a very long season. And don't get me wrong, guys, I enjoy every single moment of it. But like I said before, being low body fat is not healthy, especially long term. Short term, you know, is okay, but long term your body will fight you every single step of the way. And I was just hitting that point. I pushed my body past its breaking point. I pushed it to the limit with this prep and I just knew I wanted it. So that day I just stayed positive and made it happen. Another fun thing, my husband George was actually not planning on coming because he has already taken so much time off and you know, he had some work responsibilities, but at the last minute he was like, babe, I think I'm gonna make it. So he booked a flight and he actually made it on time for pre-judging. It was crazy. It was like out of a movie. So the thing with these national shows is like they line you up, and since there's so many girls, by the time that they're lining you up, you could be in line for an hour to an hour and a half before you go on stage. So if you're starting to pump up beforehand, the pump up will be gone by then. So I learned from previous national shows to like invest in a cheap pump up equipment, like cheap dumbbells or cheap bands. If I lose my pump up equipment, I don't care because it's cheap. Pump up until you're getting on stage, like to the very last minute, so your body stays full and all that. That's what I did this time. I literally didn't start pumping until they got me on the line. And when I was on the line, I want to say there's probably like 30 girls in front of me. So I'm like assuming I'm like the last one. And then I look back and there's like 20 more. Like my class had, I think, like 50 or 49 competitors. By far the biggest class I have ever been a part of. And not only the biggest class, I would say it was one of the most competitive classes. It was stacked. Girls are bringing it. They're looking freaking phenomenal. But again, I'm just focused on me, not letting anybody come in between me and my pro card. I was just thinking, you can't control who shows up and you can't control what the judges are gonna like that day. So what I can control is me bringing my best, me giving it my all, because those judges do not see all the hard work you're putting in for years. They only see you for 8-10 seconds. So I wanted to make sure that I made those 8 to 10 seconds count. Everybody looks phenomenal. But the best body doesn't always win, especially if you don't know how to present it. So I knew not to focus on any competitor but myself, and I pump up until the very last second on stage. And as I am like on the stairs, I have eyes on the judges and I'm like looking at them, like piercing through them. You know, I tell my posing clients all the time, the minute you get eyes on the judges, just let them know that you're the winner. Because when we're not talking, body language is all we have. That's how we communicate. And they can tell when you're uncomfortable, when you're nervous and all of that. So the moment I have eyes on the judges, I make sure I let them know, I'm here to win and I'm gonna have a blast. So check this routine out. Like I literally, like I'm just smiling, being like present, and I just want to stand out for the right reasons. I want to stand out because it shows all my hard work and the fact that I can have fun on stage. So as I'm about to go out, I look at the judges and I hear my husband screaming in the crowd, so I know he made it on time, just in time to see me. And I thought to myself, this is it, Natty. He made it just to see you win your pro card. It still gets me emotional because it was like he almost was planning on not coming, and that would have been really sad if I would have won and he wasn't there. Because if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know he does my live feeds and he'll be cheering like a soccer mom. Like it's so funny and hysterical to go back and watch these videos. He just gets so nervous, so excited, and he's just so proud to be a part of my journey. He's so supportive, and everything just like, after everything was going around throughout the day, it was like everything was just coming together and I knew it was my time. So I took those first steps and I was like, Natalie, you got this. You pose like it's your last time on stage, okay? And that's exactly what I did. Before we went out, they told us we only had 8 seconds since our class was so big. So I knew it was gonna look a little bit rushed, but I made sure to, like, that first pose, I hit it and I scanned them all out, and I make sure that my walk was on point and very slow and smooth and classy, and that I was just showing them that I was confident and having a blast on stage, and it showed. And when I got off stage, I just knew it. I don't know why, I just knew it. Like I could tell the judges were like looking at me and having a blast with me. So it's just a nice feeling to have that you like let it all on stage. I mean, you worked your butt off. It's not time to get nervous because, like I said, they don't see all those years that you've been working for this little moment, so make it count. So after we do our individual routines, they put me to the side, and since there's like 50 girls in my class, I literally have to wait until every single one is done with their routine. This is when all that posing that I did behind the scenes paid off, because I used to put timers for like minute intervals, and then I would rest for 30 seconds and do 10, you know, about 10 minutes doing that on and off, and I would hold my poses, and I was like, this paid off because I wasn't shaking. I felt confident and comfortable, and that whole time I was never looking at the girl that was doing her routine or looking at the audience. I was looking at those judges, and every time they would get a chance, I could see them looking for me. So I was like, okay, this is awesome. I know I'm gonna make it. I know I'm gonna make it. But then they start piling all these girls in front of me. And I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna forget about me. So what I did is like any little like peak that I could get to them, like if it was in between two heads of other competitors, I would be like this and smiling and like still looking at the judges, so they would know where I am and not to forget me. Then they get ready to do first call outs and they call my number, and since there's so many competitors, the other girls are taking their time to get out to the lineup, and I just rush and I claim the middle spot. I like literally go and like stand right in the box, and I'm like, this is my box. And guys, this is not me being cocky or anything. This is me really like putting myself out there and like making this count. I've been on prep for so long. This was my goal. This was my goal for this year and my dream. So I wasn't gonna let anything stand in the way of it. So I'm in that box and I hear them call the other girls, and they call 6 of us out. If you haven't been to an NPC show, if you get center stage, that means you are number 1. But if there's 6 girls and they only do top 5, then that means that, you know, they're gonna wait until the very end to give it to you. So we won't know until finals who got first and who got second. So I was splitting the stage with another girl, another gorgeous girl. Her name is Callista, and she did NPC Junior Nationals with me, and she had already placed second in that show. She just looked phenomenal, and the whole time they were just switching people around us. They let us both in the middle without moving us. But if you've been following my journey, you know that I have gotten top call-outs at every single one. I have gotten center stage at every single show, but at the last minute they switch me, and then I lose my top position. I have placed 3rd and 4th and 3rd and 3rd, and it's like, gosh, I couldn't break that top 2 throughout the whole year. And this time they kept me in the middle stage, so I knew I had the top 2 position. At this show, top 2 get their pro cards because it's such a big and competitive show. And when they said, "Thank you ladies, we'll see you at finals," it was just like a weight has been lifting off my shoulders. It was like, holy shit, it just happened. And I look over at Calista looks over at me. We like grab each other. It was like the most hard hug I have ever felt in my life. And we just started crying. There was so many emotions going on. I mean, every single girl that goes on stage deserves to be there. We all work our butts off, guys. Everybody looks amazing. And it's like I said, at that point when everybody looks so good, they just pick you apart, like in things that don't even matter, like your hair, your makeup, and things like that. So everybody deserves to be there. Absolutely everybody. Those girls have been working their butts off, literally. And just to experience that moment with her, it was really, really special. All the emotions just came rushing, and I go backstage and I just fall on the floor and literally started like bursting into tears, and everybody thought that I like didn't make it, and I'm like, no, I know I got it. I know I got it. They didn't move me from the center, and it was like all your hard work finally paid off, Natalie. And it just felt so special, so special. I rushed outside and I have my friends, my husband, my teammates, my coach, everybody just waiting there for me and just celebrating. And I didn't want to get too excited because at these shows you never know. This is prejudging, and then at finals they might change their mind. So I didn't want to celebrate, but usually they make their choice in the morning show. So yeah, it was just such a crazy experience to live and to experience, you know, like it was just amazing. It was a dream come true, and it's like, it wasn't perfect. It was a little rocky getting there, but that's what made it special. One of the biggest highlights was that me and my friend Tori Washington, you guys may know him, we both did this show, NPC Universe, and we both ended up getting our pro cards. So 2 vegans got their pro card. And I'm just so proud of Tori because Tori has been trying to get his pro card for a very long time, longer than me, and he never gave up. And we both that day took out our phones, and I went on his Instagram and I said, we are getting that IFBB pro card. And then I turned on my phone and he said it on my Instagram. So we put it out there, we believed, and we gave it our all. And we got it. I'm not kidding, guys. This is the biggest show I have ever done. Bigger than the International Amateur Olympia. And the fact that not 1, not 2, but I'm not kidding, guys, over 25 girls came up to me, wanted to take a picture, or told me, hey, you're my vegan inspiration, or I want to go vegan because of you, or my coach told me that I would never be able to compete as a vegan, and you're proving them wrong. And I want to know what you're doing. Or let's talk after the show. I would love to go and have that cheat meal with you at a vegan restaurant. It was so overwhelming that it was like, this is why I do what I do. And when you guys tell me what gets you through your low days, what gets you through those days that you're not feeling motivated, connections like this get me through it. Because I think about my why and why I do this, and I think it's bigger than me. It's bigger than anything I can imagine, because I am not competing for myself. I am competing to educate people. I am competing to be a voice for the voiceless, the animals. I am competing to inspire others to adopt a more compassionate lifestyle. And the fact that so many girls want to go vegan, but they don't know how to, or they're just not educated on how to do it, it makes me happy that I am in the position that I am, that I can do that for them. And this is why I compete. Girls, the bikini category is super achievable. You just have to work for it, but you can do it. You can do it vegan, and you can do it without drugs. So please, please educate yourself. Just work hard and you can do it. So many people have told us and told me, specifically me, you're never gonna be able to do this on a vegan diet. You're never gonna go pro. You're never going to be competitive if you don't take drugs. You're never going to be an IFBB pro. And guys, I did it, and it feels so good. Anything you set your mind to, you can do it. And I'm living proof of that. Your mind is so powerful, so use it, because whatever you put out in the universe is gonna happen, whether that's negative or positive. So just make sure that you put out there the energy that you want to receive back. It was just so special, such a special day, and that made it all worth it. All the hard workouts, dieting, and like not being able to participate in certain activities and things like that, it made it all worth it. And I got to share it with some amazing people. I got to share it with my husband. I got to share it with my good friends and teammates. And I got to share it with all of you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And I can't believe we did it. We did it because we did it together. And you guys and your comments and your encouragement had helped me every single step of the way. And I'm just glad I get to return the favor and show you how easy it is and how fun vegan food can be. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for being a part of my journey. And I hope that you took something away from this and learn and are encouraged or inspired to try something new. So what's next for Fit Vegan Chef? Guys, get ready because I am going to be putting a lot of exciting content. I am going to be sharing with you my reverse diet and showing you how my approach with that is going to be, so stay tuned for that. I am also going to be sharing a lot more recipes and workout videos and what I eat in a day. And as popular request, I will be filming a makeup tutorial video on show day makeup, cruelty-free, vegan style for you guys. I did a poll on my Instagram and you guys want to see that, and I think it's very helpful. I haven't seen one done completely vegan, so I can't wait to show you guys. So all of that while building strength and muscle. Yeah, I'm excited for this new chapter. I do not plan on competing until next year. I'm looking forward to taking some time off and really nourishing my body and getting back to healthy. Just focusing on getting that cookbook out. I can't wait to get my cookbook out and get it into your hands as soon as possible. And of course, I am still in the running to become the new Miss Health and Fitness 2018, but I need your help. I need your vote. So please, I'm going to link in the description box below how you can vote. Please go and vote. It only takes like literally 3 seconds. I want the chance to be on that cover so I can share with the world how amazing this lifestyle is, and maybe we can inspire even more millions and hundreds of people to adopt a more compassionate lifestyle. So I really need your help. Go and vote for me to become Miss Health and Fitness 2018 and win the cover of Muscle and Fitness Hers. Thank you so much, guys, for being so patient, so loving, so encouraging. You guys are my fit fam, and I just love you so much because you motivate me every day to do my very best. Every time I have a hard day, I think of you guys and your encouraging words and the fact that I'm inspiring at least one of you to adopt a more compassionate lifestyle. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, Fit Vegan Chef. If you guys haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do so. Just click that red button down below and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That lets you know whenever I post a new video so you guys don't miss out on anything. Thank you so much, guys, for everything, and I will see you on my next video. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to my Vegan Bikini Prep Diary series.